A Mother's Love. The little kitten's journey in a quiet corner of a small village. Under the shade of an old wooden fence, a mother cat named Luna had built her nest. The nest was nothing more than a pile of soft grass, pieces of cloth, and leaves she had carefully gathered. But to her, it was a safe world for her newborn kittens. Among them was the tiniest one, a fluffy ball of grey fur with bright blue eyes that always seemed full of wonder. His name was Milo. Unlike his siblings, Milo was smaller, weaker, and often struggled to keep up. Yet he was the one who stayed closest to his mother, curling into her warmth, seeking comfort and love. Luna, with her gentle eyes and patient nature, never once let him feel less than the others. Her love was the blanket that covered all her kittens equally, but with Milo she always seemed to hold him just a little tighter, as if she knew he needed it the most. Every morning, when the golden rays of the sun touched their tiny world, Luna would leave the nest for a while to find food. Milo would anxiously watch her go, his heart beating fast at the thought of being apart from her. The other kittens tumbled and played, but Milo often sat quietly, waiting for the familiar sound of her soft steps returning. When Luna came back, Milo would run to her, burying his face in her fur, and she would lick his head gently, as if whispering, "I'm here, my little one. Don't be afraid." It was in those moments that Milo understood what safety truly meant, not in the nest, not in the world around them, but in the presence of his mother's love. One afternoon, as the kittens grew braver, they began to explore outside the nest. Milo watched his brothers and sisters chase butterflies and tumble in the grass. He wanted to join them, but his small legs wobbled, and fear often held him back. Seeing his hesitation, Luna walked beside him, nudging him forward with her nose. "Go on, my child," her eyes seemed to say. With her beside him, Milo took his first shaky steps into the garden. He tripped, stumbled, and even fell into the flowers. But every time Luna was there, lifting him with her soft touch, encouraging him to try again. Slowly, Milo learned that as long as his mother was near, he could be brave, even when the world felt too big. But life in the village was not always kind. One day, while Luna was away finding food, a sudden storm broke out. The rain poured heavily, and the wind howled through the cracks in the fence. The kittens huddled together, frightened, but Milo felt the fear strongest of all. The thunder roared above, and he cried out for his mother. Just when it felt too much, Luna appeared, her fur soaked, her body trembling from the storm, but her eyes burning with determination. She pressed her kittens close to her chest, wrapping her body around them, shielding them from the cold. She did not care about the rain or the thunder. All that mattered to her was keeping her babies safe. That night, Milo realized that his mother's love was not just gentle, it was powerful, strong enough to stand against storms. As the weeks passed, Milo grew stronger. His legs carried him farther, his eyes shone brighter, and his heart began to trust the world more. But even with his new strength, he never strayed too far from Luna. He loved watching her. The way she carried herself with grace, the way she never ate before making sure her kittens were full, the way her purr could calm them after a long day. To Milo, she was not just his mother, she was his teacher, his protector, and his first friend. One evening, the sky turned orange as the sun began to set. Milo sat beside Luna, watching the colors paint the world. He leaned into her, purring softly, and she wrapped her tail around him. For a long moment, they simply sat there, mother and child, sharing the quiet beauty of the evening. Milo looked up at her with wide eyes, as if to say, "I love you, Mama," and though he could not speak, Luna understood. She licked his head tenderly, her heart full, knowing that this bond between them was unbreakable. In time, Milo would grow into a strong cat, confident enough to explore the world on his own. But no matter how far he wandered, no matter how many adventures he had, he would always carry with him the memory of his mother's warmth, the gentle touch, the protective embrace, and the love that had shaped his little world. For the greatest gift Luna ever gave him was not just life, but the unshakable knowledge that he was cherished. From the first breath he took to the last day she watched over him. And so, in that little corner of the village, beneath the old wooden fence, a simple truth lived on. The love between a mother and her child is the strongest force in the world, stronger than fear, stronger than storms, and forever written in the heart.